Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Kay, and on today's episode, we're gonna save some seeds. So today we're going to be storing seeds for our lettuce seeds. I have a lettuce that has gone to bolt, so I'm going to collect all the seeds and store them for next winter to grow. I live in Arizona, so it gets very hot here. Lettuce does not grow good for me during the summertime. It's too hot. So I'm going to save those seeds for the winter time. And that way, if you do this, you never have to buy seeds again. One lettuce plant can give you so many seeds. So stay tuned and we will head out to the garden and get some lettuce seeds.
Materials we will be using to collect the seeds: scissors or pruning shears, paper envelopes or small containers, I use jars, a pen or marker for labeling, and garden gloves if you need.
So right here is my lettuce plant that has gone to seed and bolted.
So these are what lettuce flowers look like. This is actually the second stage of the lettuce flower. The first stage are these yellow flowers right here. The yellow ones don't have seeds yet. And then they fold up into these little cone shapes. And then after that, they have these little flowers that look a lot like dandelions. Allow the lettuce to bolt. This means when there are tiny flowers all over the lettuce. When they start to look like dandelions, that's when you know that seeds are ready to be picked. To get the seeds out, you're going to grab one of the flowers that looks like the dandelions. These ones are dried enough and they already have seeds on the inside, so we're just going to pull one of those off. So this is the little lettuce seed pod. So in order to get the seeds out, what we're going to do is we're going to take this little fluffy part and just squeeze it between our fingers and twist, and all of the seeds should pop right out. Another technique you can do if you have a lot of the seeds already dry on the plant is cutting off it and putting it into a paper bag. You can smack the bag around a little bit and this will cause all the seeds to fall off and be at the bottom of the bag.
And then here are the lettuce seeds. So now I'm just going to go through my lettuce plant and pick all of the white flowers off so then I can go through, process the seeds, and save them for next winter. So I did start picking the lettuce flowers with my hands, but the lettuce was like producing this white milky substance and it was making my hands super sticky, so I just went in with using the garden shears instead. So I would recommend doing that just because my hands were getting really sticky from like the white stuff that was coming off of the lettuce. I've gotten all the little white flowers off of the lettuce, so now I'm going to take them inside and start processing them, and we'll go over some lettuce facts. I also have some cosmos over here that are drying to be ready. These are all dry, but this one isn't. So I'm going to leave this one out a little bit longer, but we'll take these ones inside and get all the seeds out. So I'm just going to start by cleaning my table just to make sure that there's no extra dust or anything on there. I use this for kitchen prep, so I'm just working on processing the seeds. So what you do is you're going to take one of these lettuce seeds that look like the little fur balls. So this is the lettuce seed pod, and so inside of here we're just going to squeeze the little furry part. You're just going to squeeze it and pull, and inside of there you'll find the seeds. So I'm just going to do that for all of these, and then all the little extra bits are just plant material, so you can just throw those aside. I'm just going to grab another jar. We have our lettuce seeds.
To collect the seeds, we're going to need to remove the chaff. Just gently pull that up and it should release the seeds. Make sure you have your hand underneath to catch them though. Then we're going to store them in a cool, dry place. I'm going to store them in mason jars.
Lettuce is a cool season crop, so it grows best in the fall to winter time before it freezes. Here in Arizona, it doesn't get that cold. Like, we really don't get freezing temps except for maybe like 2 weeks out of the entire year. And that's typically in like the first or second week of January to the third to fourth week of January. After that, our season is fully open and ready to plant. So that's why I honestly have seeds right now, is because of how hot it gets here in Arizona. We've already been having temperatures in the 90s and high 80s. Typically, lettuce starts bolting when it reaches around 75 degrees, so that's why mine has gone to seed. And I don't get to enjoy lettuce as long as other regions do. But hey, I can collect the seeds and I'll have an abundance of lettuce seeds. Kind of like how aloe vera sends out like a very long stick out of the middle of it, the lettuce starts to do that as well. And when the lettuce starts to do this, the lettuce is no longer good to eat. I mean, it's fine to eat, it just doesn't taste good. When it does that, that's when, you know, seeds are gonna start forming. When you have a bunch of flowers on it, completely stop watering it and the seeds will come. So if your lettuce goes to bolt, it's not the end of the world. You'll just collect the seeds like I'm doing right now. Lettuce flowers are also very beneficial to your garden because they attract insects like bees and butterflies to help pollinate your plants. So that's why I like letting my lettuce go to seed, especially because I live in an apartment garden, so it's kind of hard to get pollinators over there in the first place. So with me doing that, I've been noticing that there have been bees on my flowers, so that's been making me happy because I got tomatoes out there and I need those pollinated so I can have lots of tomatoes. And it seems to be working. We got lots of tomatoes already popping up. If stored properly, these seeds can last up to 10 years. However, germination is better if you do it between 1 to 3 years that you end up using them. But they can also, I've heard stories of people collecting seeds for like 25 years and germinating them and growing them, and they've worked just fine. If you want to check to make sure that these seeds are going to germinate, go ahead and get a wet paper towel and just lay a few seeds on the wet paper towel. Leave it there for a couple days and see if anything germinates. If it does, then you know your seeds are good. If it doesn't, then your seeds are probably not good, and you're probably going to want to go to a seed supplier and buy some seeds. After you collected your seeds and you notice that there's like still a little bit of plant debris, honestly, you can just take it and just lightly blow like that. The seeds aren't gonna fly out because they're heavy enough, but the little flower debris is very light and will just fly out. But also, it doesn't really make a difference if you have the flower debris in there. I'm not gonna be able to get all of it out, so I'm just gonna leave some of it in there and just put it in little baggies and I will be all set. So if you like gardening like me, I definitely recommend saving your own seeds, and in this economy, I would highly recommend doing it. But anyway, thank you for following along on this video with me. I will catch you on the next one. Peace!